First of all, before you can start, you need to import the image onto GIMP. You can do this using file import, or like I did, you can just drag it from the file straight into the program. The next thing you need to do is outline your image, which is usually the horse and the rider. It's important you get every single little bit. It can be hard and it is always very time consuming. My least favourite part of this editing. But it is very necessary and it's worth it. If you're beginning, I advise taking an image from the side, as it's a lot easier because editing at an angle is tricky and it can look very dodgy. Press Command C or Control C and then Control V or Command V to copy and paste your now selected image onto a new layer. And then what I'm doing now is deleting just any bits of background that's left in it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the leg and pretty much just select it and then rotate it how I want it. This is a tricky step for me and it takes a lot of fiddling. I'm now doing the other leg. I struggled a lot with this one. I'm not entirely happy with the result, but I tried. And then we're going to behead the horse and slowly put the neck on, twisting it as we go. Do not do it all in one go because it just looks weird. I'm trying to blend it in and make it look more natural using the paintbrush, the clone tool and the blend tool. I ended up drawing it here because Caspian looked too grumpy. And then we're going to outline the rider because now I'm going to change the rider position. This is one of the hardest parts of this. It's just so fiddly and annoying. All I'm doing is selecting parts of the rider at the time and twisting them using the rotation tool, drawing in bits that have to be drawn in, deleting bits that don't, using the clone tool to replica patterns and just adjusting it in general. Once I've done that, I can go on and try and edit the horse behind it so it doesn't look like it's got a huge leg-shaped gap in it. I'm not great at this bit, but I try. I'm using the clone tool a lot here to get the textures. The toolbox is on the left hand side, so you can see what tools I'm using there. I'm now doing the girth, which I basically just draw on and shade using a grey paint tool, I think that's what it's called. I always draw on bridles on. I like having the white with Caspian because he's a black horse, which makes it really difficult to edit black tack on. I don't really like using brown tack because I'm special. I struggled a lot with that bit there. Just adding shading and in general just trying to make it look as realistic as possible. I'm going to go over this with the spray paint, and there we are now, and add shadows by duplicating the layer and turning down the opacity. I decided to remove this flash later on because it did not look good. And now we're doing the reins, so that's pretty straightforward. It's just the shadows, you need to remember the shadows. I wasn't happy with these, so I readjusted them. Once I'd done that, I went ahead and had a look at it from the back. I noticed the leg wasn't paired in, so I fixed that. And just in general touched it up. Now I use the clone tool to remove the old horse from the background. It is quite tricky and fiddly and annoying, but it doesn't have to be that much in detail because the background will be blurred out, so it'll be less noticeable. I'm putting the jump on the foreground as well and editing the boots on. I should really use a reference photo for this because they're not exactly perfect, but I really couldn't be bothered to go on Google because I'm busy. I'm now doing bell boots and editing them on and copy and paste them on here. I got a bit muddled with my layers, so I ended up just removing the bits I didn't want. And now I'm changing the colour of the background, changing the curves and blurring it, just making it look a lot better. And now I'm doing a clip which is white, and then you turn the opacity down like that. And you can go touch it up with the rubber and the paint tool again. I then went ahead and added shadows to the clip and the tack and the rider. then edited it, and that's pretty much it. It just takes a lot of practice. Good luck.